suit. Battle.
Super battle carrier.
I've come to notice that a lot of your turrets are on long arms. That's either a design flaw or you're planning to flick in the armor.
Yeah, but think about it. They'll be attacking little nodules rather than an actual...
Or I could just shoot the core and shoot off 2 arms with one missile.
You can't shoot them all.
Very true.
Anyway, so I crashed into the ship on that first run, but we'll go take a look and see exactly. By the way, Twitch is going to be finicky because, of course, you know, whenever you try to do something cool, AGDQ runs for 3 days straight, no problem. I try to show off Space Engineers, and that's where that goes. So anyway, let's come to a full stop. Okay, so with a suicidal run of that ship, you can just see a small dent in the armor from that. Actually, that fired a lot of missiles. The cockpit was taken out too, by the way. There was quite a bit of lag when I did that, but anyway, you can see the armor there's just been dented with a direct hit. I actually don't think it penetrated that first layer of armor, all that reactive armor. Lightning is not really going to strike twice in the same place too if people are trying to dodge all of the ship's weapons, but anyway, let's kind of keep firing and see what we can do. There we go, we finally got a hull breach on that section. Pretty impressive. So this is good testing, by the way. This will show us where the weaknesses are in our own ship, and also can help us to improve armor on different sections of the ship and or more critical portions. Of course, the rear is very heavily armored because of all those arms.
11 years.
So you can see here the reactor section is not as secure as I would like. So we're going to thicken up the reactors and such in the future, but I just want to design the front for now, so we'll always come back and improve on some things. But the engine section is nearly... it's invincible. The engine section in the back here, it's nearly indestructible.
I see that you've learned that missiles should be at least 2 blocks apart when you fire.
That's right.
That was a shock when I first found that out.
So the engines there are destroyed, but there's so many engines and there's so many rear weapons, it's going to take a while to penetrate all of that. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. Let's take a look at how the underbelly armor does.
I think you need at least 5 hull thick for it to be effective for 2 shots.
There we go, I think we have a separation of that one arm there. Another hull breach there, so that's something we're going to have to be careful of. Huh. Pretty suicidal to come down here and attack the back. Yeah, there's going to be no penetration there. Big engine section just exploded. Here we go. It's pretty big. There you go. Right, so that was just some testing on, some, actually we should probably come to a stop anyway. Some testing on just the armor of the ship, and wow, you can definitely tell you can fit some smaller ships there. Look at the little dent I did here. I'm actually surprised that survived. So armor values and things seem to be changing in the game too. You know, spacesuit seems to not stop as fast and some other stuff like that, so there have been some minor changes. Ooh, look at all the parts. Wow, that looks cool. Space junk.
Nice flying.
Yeah. Like, it's tough sometimes when you're trying to externally shoot from outside the ship. Okay, so now we've looked at all the damage. There's some really heavily armored sections and some other sections that are weaker. Of course, secondary and maybe even probably like systems to back up the backup systems are probably going to be needed here. Wow, that just looks amazing. What they did with the rockets, it literally looks like a blast. That's awesome.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
I was thinking of like more important systems encased by another layer of armor inside of the ship. You have so much space, you can put more stuff in it.
It's funny because the rear section shows how I thought it was going to be that big, and then I thought, nah, it's going to be a little bigger. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and not save that. That would be a good thing to not do, and then we'll just reload that world. All right, so it's going to take a minute or two. In the meantime, go ahead and smack that follow button there. Be really good to have you follow as we continue on throughout the day. It's going to be a long day of building. I've been working. This is probably like day 3 or 4 of building the what's now known as the battle carrier. Most of my designs go, hey, this engine section looks cool. Oh, that looks cool, and then a bunch of cool things come together, and that's pretty much how ships get built, I guess, for me. Ah, man, oh man. It takes a while to load this big world too, Spider. Apparently you didn't. Did you have it load on your computer? What's the story there?
I tried loading it, and for some reason at the time, Steam hadn't updated it, so.
Okay, so if you guys want to try this, by the way, why don't you go ahead and hit the follow button here, subscribe to us on YouTube, that's ICBM Raptor 2, and check me out on Steam as well. If you join our Steam group through there, you can find ICBM Raptor 1 on Steam, and then look at my workshop and you can find this section as well, or this quadrant of space, which is known as the Raptoria quadrant, and you can test out all these small ships, and of course, actually, this thing is flyable, by the way. I have been able to move it forward. It won't stop. There's no rear. It's the last thing I always build, Spider. Usually after forgetting about it is rear engines to actually stop myself.
After the ship.
That's right. Then you're like, oh damn, and then you have to kick your jetpack up to full speed, and it's like when what's his name jumps on that bus from Speed. What's his name?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, yeah. It's like being Keanu Reeves and having to jump onto the bus. Alright, so anyway, that's kind of a tour of the ship, and now it's kind of just time to be creative and relax a little bit. So I think I'm going to be working on the front section of the ship now, leading up to what seems to be the end of the ship, but who knows, it could continue on. By the way, this red brick wall in front of me is symmetry mode. That I finally figured out! Yeah, alright, so also shout out to Carney Zoidberg, who said hello, and I'm the Jackal, I'm the Jackal, and also Centurion 130, who has also followed. Thank you, Centurion.
Thank you for everybody who's watching it right now. It's 18 people we got viewing right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Watching this
What's the most we've had at one view?
We had 90 viewers at one time.
Really?
That's a personal best. I could have, maybe it was even more, but we were giving away some keys and things, so maybe we'll do that. By the way, that's a good reason to follow and like the and tell your friends about the Rat Pack streams as well. We will give away free stuff from time to time. Who knows? Might happen today, might not. You never know. But always check in. We always do some fun things. So in the meantime, just chill out. And as you can see, I'm kind of like out of ideas, but I'm thinking this is how it goes for me. I'll kind of stand here and toy with things a little bit, delete and undelete, and then once you'll tell I like something when I just start power building, and you'll just start to see me kind of just powering ahead. I like these side sections, by the way. This kind of armor might have to continue throughout the whole ship, so I'm actually kind of thinking of a way to separate the sections of the ship like a battleship is separated, but also having it look like it is connected and needs to be connected. And so we'll continue on that right now.
Have you ever played, or do you know of 40k Warhammer?
Yeah.
I was going to say your ship looks very, 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 very similar to Space Marines.
Yeah.
Very gothic ship sort of design.
That's kind of how I was feeling too. The front of this is so cool. I don't want to put anything here because the armor is so cool at the front of this thing. I don't want to. I want to showcase it.
Private helipad.
That's something we could do. That could also be a weakness.
You would have to thicken it though. You have to thicken that quite a bit. Put a few arms around. Or you could have that as your spawn beacon, so people could jump across in a space battle.
Ooh, maybe there'll be teleporters in the future. I doubt that, but a lot of the things they seem to be adding to this game are conventional, mostly conventional.
You know, like miniguns in space.
Yeah, like I don't think there's going to be a warp drive or anything, but you never know.
What I want to see in this game, I want to see the rockets very limited because they're very, very powerful, and I want to see cannons.
Yes.
They have a little bit more firepower.
Kind of like Scraps.
Machine guns, but not quite as much. So far.
Kind of like how Scraps does it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way a small ship's going to be able to get into this. It's going to be interesting to know how the turrets are going to work. Because what they can do, lock onto everything that moves. Or they can lock onto certain signals to a ship, like a cockpit.
That's what I'm wondering too, because we've got the antennas, and I wonder if they're going to detect... Well, maybe it'll only detect factions. You know, maybe they'll have... Maybe beacons or something.
That's a bit of a flaw. If ammo's limited, what it will be for missiles and things, just sending a load of decoy debris, and they'll just shoot at that.
Somebody in chat asks, people always talk about the rockets being so powerful, but really, what if they're very limited resource? Well, that could be.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there'll be 4 rockets per pod, that's it.
Then you have to take a few bit of resources to get it fully armed again.
And in survival, it takes a lot of resources to make. And I know there will be different types of hulls, so that will change things.
Yeah, this isn't right. Shouldn't be horizontal like that.
By getting a big arch at the front, that would be interesting to look.
Everything's got to go vertical, but then if I do vertical here, it's gonna be too small. Somebody says, wouldn't it be possible to make cosmetic-looking armor a part of long haul in the superstructure of the ship? Yeah, that's true. I could. Well, I don't know. I like having these sections that are similar but different. And this center here needs to be the tallest part of the ship, so I don't. I mean, what else?
Keep the lines thicker, do 2x2 rather than just single lines. Or do them triangular, so do with the half pit hole.
Hold on, I kind of had a thought here for a minute.
Why's that?
Well, this ship doesn't need to. This is where I'm standing right now, or where I'm about to stand, is not necessarily like the base of the ship. It's just about as high as I built the hull because I didn't want the hull to be 1 block thick. So what I could do is actually make this go. There could be tunnels that go under the hull. Actually, could we even make the hull? I don't know. How deep is this thing? Oh yeah, it actually goes down quite a bit. Actually, I want to continue this section all the way up. You know, I'm going to do that. Okay. Alright. It's always fun. It's difficult to start once you've been building for a while, where to go next. But we'll try this. Also, Brad Fusion, if you're watching, come join me. Quit hiding. I know you're afraid of my awesome ship, but come on. It's also Brad Fusion's birthday today as well. So for those of you who know him, go say happy birthday to him on our Rat Pack page. You can say happy birthday, or on his Brad Fusion page on Facebook, or hell, even go to his channel and just give him a ton of likes. He deserves it. Alright, I'm going to continue with this armor at the bottom then.
Holy shit. Gone very quiet.
Yeah, I'm
Like someone
concentrating.
dropped out of the chat.
No. I want to look like the other bridge. I'm liking the bridge look. These long tubes and leading lines and cylinders are just really appealing all of a sudden. I'm gonna see how I design the other bridge. Oh yeah, pretty much the same. Yeah, that looks about right. Anyway, kiddies, if you're enjoying the Starbound music and the Space Engineers and the thing, the building of the thing that everybody likes, you know, the ship, hit that follow button. Give me some love. Let's do it, baby. Come on now. Motivate me.
Basket.
Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. Looks okay. How high is that above 16? 15? Okay. go. Okay, I got something going now. Okay. Alright, that looks good. Looks like we're going to be out by 1 there. That's something I can fix. Oops. My ship looks suspicious. What? Spider, what is somebody saying in chat?
Somebody says it feels like a chat. As a chat, there should be more suggestions, but nah, he's doing fine with his suspiciously looking prison ship. I wanted to say, do you want to be the first visitor?
I don't want to hide the front of this beautiful bastard. Yeah, I'm totally not happy with that small section I left between. It was like the front of that ship, everything else should be lower than it, but let's take a look at it for a minute. Okay. Nope, that's too far.
Oh, they've stopped it.
What?
Used to be able to fire rockets through another rocket pod.
Oh.
So you could succeed with 3, or as many as you like, all firing in a dead straight line, but it's only 1 now.
It doesn't blow up your thing now, does it?
No, it just doesn't, only fires the first leading one.
Oh.
So you can't fire through your own ship.
I guess I'm gonna have to delete that block.